Well, it was harder to acquire a drug addiction in Canada.
Have you tried though? I mean, did you really give it a go? I mean,
No.
you got to commit to these things.
No, Hollywood was, my experience would obviously differ from a lot of other people's, but I found it to be a struggle. It's difficult, but it's difficult moving to any city. I didn't have a lot of friends or anything like that, so I immediately tried to immerse myself into that improv community in Los Angeles.
My relationship with my father, which was very complicated and difficult. My dad was a very, I come from a middle class, kind of blue collar home, and my dad was just of that generation where it's just like, he was Clint Eastwood, and less is more. Simple grunts is how he communicated.
Okay, gotcha.
I think people tell themselves stories, and this sort of comes back to your worldview that you just mentioned.
Well, there's like real spectacle-driven wish fulfillment. Something I love about 80s Amblin movies like E.T. and Back to the Future, or even Stand By Me, those kinds of movies that are like, steeped in nostalgia for us. And this is the fourth movie that I've properly produced, Deadpool 1 and 2, Free Guy, and now Adam Project. The latter two I was lucky enough to make with my friend Sean Levy. Both of which were engineered extreme to audience delight. I would say that they're more surprises because they have beginnings, middles, and ends. They're not like, it's not just like hey, there's the person and we move on. It's they're there for a reason.
Yeah. And you said it just earlier, but I wanted to go back on that. You think that this might be the greatest film that you've...
I mean, look, most of the time when the movie is this much fun to make, you out bad. And I'm really excited, but as I've gotten a little bit older, I sort of want to really, I'm lucky that I get to work in this industry, and particularly incredibly fortunate that I get to work in it this long, but I really want to work with people that are either immensely talented or people that I love and that I'm genuinely like best friends with. And unfortunately, Hugh does not qualify as either of those, but I am excited because I'm a Logan fan. So, and then, that covers Will Ferrell as well. That's a guy that my entire life, I feel.
About a month ago, this really hit home with me too. About a month ago, I was sitting in traffic and I was just like jamming These Dreams by heart. I was killing it in the car. And there was just this busload of high school kids that were parked right beside me. I didn't even realize. I looked over and every one of their jaws were just on the ground, laughing their friggin' guts out at me.
What if one of Hollywood's most beloved stars was suddenly cut off from the Marvel Cinematic Universe? That's exactly what some fans are claiming after explosive rumors began making waves across social media and entertainment blogs. The whispers have taken on a life of their own, with claims that Marvel, arguably the biggest name in modern entertainment, has officially banned Ryan Reynolds from participating in any Disney-connected projects. But here's the twist. The reason behind this alleged ban isn't tied to Reynolds himself. Instead, it's being attributed to actions by his wife, Blake Lively, who supposedly misled Marvel executives with statements that turned out to be false. This unexpected twist has sent shockwaves through both the Marvel fandom and casual observers alike, as people grapple with the idea that two of Hollywood's most admired figures could find themselves at the center of such a dramatic controversy. The rumor suggests that these alleged lies created an irreparable rift between Reynolds and Marvel Studios, effectively slamming the door shut on any future collaborations. For fans of Reynolds' iconic portrayal of Deadpool, a character known for breaking the fourth wall and delivering razor-sharp humor, the news feels almost surreal. Could the same witty, self-deprecating actor they've grown to love really be sidelined over something as personal as spousal involvement? Even those who don't typically follow celebrity gossip have taken notice, thanks to the eye-catching narrative that pits professional ambition against personal relationships, with no official confirmation or denial from either Marvel or the couple themselves. Speculation continues to swirl, leaving fans wondering how much truth lies beneath the sensational headlines, and what this could mean for the future of Deadpool in the MCU. The rumor hit the internet like wildfire, spreading rapidly across social media platforms, entertainment blogs, and fan forums. It all started with whispers that Blake Lively, Ryan Reynolds' wife, had allegedly made certain statements, perhaps in a business context, or during discussions about Marvel's plans that turned out to be inaccurate. The specifics of these claims remain shrouded in mystery, but according to the swirling gossip, these alleged inaccuracies created a significant rift behind the scenes. Some speculate that Lively may have promised Marvel executives concessions regarding Reynolds' comedic tone, possibly assuring them he toned down Deadpool's signature edgy humor for broader audience appeal. Others suggest it can have been related to scheduling conflicts or even secret negotiations with outside parties, which Marvel later discovered were misrepresented. Whatever the case, the supposed breach of trust led to a complete rupture at the highest levels of Marvel and Disney, culminating in what some are calling an outright ban on Ryan Reynolds from future projects tied to the MCU. For fans of both, the Marvel Cinematic Universe and Reynolds' unique brand of witty, self-deprecating charm. This news came as a shock. How could one of Hollywood's most beloved stars and his equally admired spouse find themselves embroiled in such a dramatic controversy? But before we dive deeper into the layers of this explosive claim, let's unpack the details behind this jaw-dropping story and explore whether there's any truth to the rumors, or if it's all just another example of Hollywood gossip spinning out of control. So, what exactly went wrong? Theories abound, each painting a slightly different picture of how things may have unraveled. Some speculate that Blake Lively, perhaps in an effort to smooth negotiations or secure better terms for her husband, promised Marvel executives certain concessions regarding Ryan Reynolds' comedic tone. This could have involved assurances that Reynolds would tone down Deadpool's signature edgy humor to make it more palatable for Disney's broader, family-friendly audience. However, if this theory holds any water, it seems Reynolds himself may not have been on board with such compromises. Known for his fierce dedication to preserving Deadpool's unique voice, Reynolds has always leaned into the irreverent fourth wall breaking antics that fans adore. If Lively indeed made promises about toning down the jokes without Reynolds' full agreement, it's easy to see how tensions could escalate quickly. Others suggest the disagreement might have revolved around something far less dramatic, but equally impactful: scheduling or cameo commitments. In Hollywood, timing is everything, and miscommunication about availability can lead to major rifts. Perhaps Lively assured Marvel that Reynolds would be able to fulfill specific obligations, whether it was filming additional scenes, participating in promotional tours, or making appearances in other MCU projects, but those plans fell through due to unforeseen conflicts. For a studio as meticulous as Marvel, which operates on tightly coordinated schedules spanning multiple films and franchises, even a small scheduling mishap could snowball into a much larger issue. And then there's the more dramatic theory one. That adds a layer of intrigue to the entire situation. According to this version of events, Lively may have knowingly misled Marvel's top brass about secret negotiations with outside parties. This could mean discussions about Reynolds pursuing independent projects, exploring opportunities with rival studios, or even leveraging Deadpool's success to gain more creative control elsewhere. If Marvel felt blindsided by these alleged behind-the-scenes maneuvers, it's conceivable they would react strongly, viewing it as a betrayal of trust. Such a scenario paints a picture of high-stakes power plays, where personal relationships intersect with corporate strategy in unpredictable ways. Whatever the truth may be, it's clear that something significant happened behind closed doors. Whether it was a clash over creative vision, a breakdown in communication, or a calculated move gone awry, the fallout has left fans buzzing with speculation. The fact that neither Marvel nor Reynolds has issued a definitive statement only fuels the mystery, leaving room for countless interpretations of what might have transpired. One thing is certain: in an industry where perception often shapes reality, even the smallest misunderstanding can spiral into a full-blown controversy. Let's talk about Deadpool, a character who has become iconic not just for his sharp wit and relentless humor, but also for his unique ability to break the fourth wall, blurring the lines between fiction and reality. This irreverent anti-hero thrives on edgy jokes, meaty commentary, and a chaotic charm that doesn't exactly scream family-friendly. Integrating him into the meticulously crafted Marvel Cinematic Universe was always going to be a challenge, one that sparked debates among fans even before Disney officially acquired Fox. On paper, the acquisition seemed like a win-win. Marvel now owned one of the most beloved characters in modern superhero cinema, while Deadpool brought with him a loyal fan base and box office success. But beneath the surface, questions lingered. How would Marvel reconcile Deadpool's R-rated antics with their PG-13 sensibilities? Could they maintain the essence of what made Deadpool so popular, without alienating younger audiences or diluting his edge? While fans initially celebrated the acquisition, excitement soon gave way to skepticism. Many wondered whether Marvel would truly embrace Deadpool's subversive nature or attempt to sand down his rougher edges to fit within their carefully polished universe. The rumored ban adds another layer of intrigue to this ongoing discussion. If there's any truth to it, could this be confirmation that the relationship between Ryan Reynolds' comedic flair and Marvel's broader vision was far more contentious than anyone realized? Perhaps behind closed doors, creative differences simmered, bubbling over into conflicts over tone, content, or even scheduling priorities. After all, Deadpool isn't just another hero, he's an unpredictable wildcard. And managing his presence within the tightly controlled ecosystem of the MCU might have proven a daunting task. Whether this alleged rift stems from artistic disagreements, corporate caution, or something entirely different remains unclear, but it underscores the delicate balancing act required when merging two vastly different brands under one roof. On the surface, Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds seem like the perfect Hollywood couple, charismatic, funny, and deeply committed to philanthropy. They've built a reputation as one of the most relatable power couples in the entertainment industry, often sharing lighthearted jokes on social media and showcasing their dedication to meaningful causes. Their public image is carefully curated, presenting a united front that exudes warmth, humor, and mutual respect. So, it's hard to imagine Lively deliberately misleading a major studio like Marvel or Disney, especially when her actions could have such far-reaching consequences for her husband's career. Yet, the rumor persists, fueled by speculation and second-hand accounts, suggesting that private actions might not always align with public personas. This discrepancy raises intriguing questions about how much we truly know about our favorite celebrities behind closed doors. Is this just another case of inflated gossip, blown out of proportion by an internet culture hungry for drama? Or could there be a kernel of truth buried beneath the sensational headlines, waiting to be uncovered? The tension between perception and reality has always fascinated fans, and this particular story seems tailor-made to spark endless debate. As expected, fans are absolutely devouring every morsel of this rumor, and social media has become a hotbed of speculation. Theories about Deadpool's future in the Marvel Cinematic Universe are running rampant, with some fans diving deep into hypothetical scenarios. Can Marvel take the drastic step of recasting the role? It's an idea that feels almost sacrilegious. Too many, given how closely Ryan Reynolds is associated with the character. After all, his portrayal of the wisecracking mercenary has become iconic, blending razor-sharp humor with heartfelt moments in a way that seems irreplaceable. Others speculate that Marvel might quietly phase Deadpool out altogether, perhaps relegating him to the sidelines or even removing him from future storylines entirely. This possibility has sparked heated debates among fans, with some arguing that it would be a disservice to both the character and the audience. Meanwhile, Ryan Reynolds himself remains characteristically silent on the matter. True to form, he continues to post lighthearted jokes, cryptic teasers, and updates about upcoming ventures on his social media platforms. Whether it's playful banter with fellow celebrities or sneak peeks of projects unrelated to Marvel, his tone hasn't shifted in the slightest, far from quelling the rumors. His lack of response only adds fuel to the fire. Fans can't help but wonder if his silence is strategic, perhaps part of a carefully orchestrated plan, or if there's genuinely no truth to the claims. Some interpret his continued humor as a sign that he's unfazed by the drama, while others see it as a deliberate effort to downplay the situation without outright denying it. Either way, the absence of any concrete clarification leaves the door wide open for speculation, ensuring that the rumor mill keeps churning at full speed. But here's the thing, does this rumor even make sense from a business standpoint? Banning a star as profitable as Ryan Reynolds seems highly unlikely. The first two Deadpool films were massive box office hits, raking in substantial profits and solidifying the character's place as a fan-favorite anti-hero. Marvel, as a corporate giant, is driven by financial returns and strategic branding decisions. Why would they toss aside such a lucrative franchise without a compelling reason? Deadpool isn't just another superhero. He's a cultural phenomenon with a unique appeal that bridges edgy humor and mainstream audiences. For Marvel to cut ties with Reynolds would mean severing a vital thread in their carefully woven cinematic universe, a move that feels counterintuitive from both a creative and financial perspective. It's possible that the entire story stems from a minor misunderstanding or miscommunication that spiraled out of control. In Hollywood, where every whisper can become a headline, even the smallest piece of information can snowball into a full-blown scandal. perhaps there was a disagreement. During negotiations, something as simple as scheduling conflicts, creative differences, or contractual fine print that got exaggerated over time. Or maybe Blake Lively's alleged involvement wasn't malicious at all, but rather an attempt to navigate complex business dealings on behalf of her husband, only for it to be misinterpreted by outsiders. Whatever the case, these kinds of rumors often gain traction because they tap into larger themes, the tension between personal relationships and professional obligations, the clash of egos in high-stakes industries, and the public's insatiable appetite for drama behind the scenes. After all, Hollywood thrives on sensationalism. The entertainment industry has always been a breeding ground for gossip, speculation, and larger-than-life narratives. A rumor like this one involving two of the biggest names in the business, Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively, is practically tailor-made to capture attention. It combines elements of intrigue, a supposed betrayal, controversy, creative versus corporate interest, and relatability, the idea that even celebrities aren't immune to relationship struggles. And let's not forget how social media amplifies these stories, giving fans a platform to dissect every detail, real or imagined. What might have started as idle chatter could easily morph into something far more dramatic once it hits online forums, fan pages, and viral threads. So, while the notion of Marvel officially banning Ryan Reynolds may sound shocking, it's important to approach it with skepticism. Until there's concrete evidence such as an official statement from Marvel, Disney, or Reynolds himself, it's safe to assume that this rumor is more fiction than fact. At best, it's a distorted reflection of a minor issue blown out of proportion. At worst, it's pure fabrication designed to generate clicks and engagement. Either way, it serves as a reminder of how quickly modern pop culture discourse can spiral into swirling speculation, especially when it involves beloved figures and powerhouse brands. In Hollywood, where personal lives often collide with corporate decisions, the line between fact and fiction can blur, creating a whirlwind of speculation that captivates audiences worldwide. Whether this rumor about Ryan Reynolds being banned from Marvel turns out to be true, or just another tabloid fabrication, it highlights how deeply fans invest in the narrative surrounding their favorite stars. These stories become more than just gossip. They transform into shared cultural moments that spark debates, memes, and endless theorizing. For many, these rumors feel like extensions of the movies themselves, full of drama, intrigue, and larger-than-life personalities. So, what do you think? Is Ryan Reynolds really banned from Marvel? Or is this just another chapter in the never-ending saga of Hollywood drama? Could it be possible that Blake Lively's alleged actions truly had such far-reaching consequences? Or are we witnessing the result of exaggerated whispers amplified by social media? The lack of clarity only adds fuel to the fire, leaving fans to piece together fragments of information while questioning everything they thought they knew. Let us know your take on the situation. Do you believe there's any truth to this claim? Or does it seem too sensational to hold water? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe for more updates as this story continues to unfold. After all, in an industry built on storytelling, sometimes the most compelling tales happen off-screen, reminding us why we remain so fascinated by the intersection of fame, power, and creativity.